I know.
Though.
I like it if they're talking about their home lives. I like, but I hate it when they're like playing a game or you know when they're doing like not pass the parcel, but you know when they're like making their own entertainment. I don't like it.
One thing's true and two things are a lie.
Yeah, I don't really like that. But it was good to watch Life. Then I watched a little bit today, and Neda and Ika were talking. Do you know who's up for nomination? Because I don't.
No, I don't.
But I
Cass is like they're really targeting Cass.
But why does Neda want to put Cass up? Because I thought the vets wanted to stick together. This is what I'm confused about. And you can explain this while I get more wine.
Explain it. You think that I know?
Well, no, I'm asking you if you do know.
Oh, in a word, no, I don't. I don't know why. But I think that this whole time, Cass has been quite distant from Neda. I've not ever seen Neda and Cass in conversation, to be quite honest with you.
I heard that Cass was pissed off that Neda won that thing because Cass thought she was the favourite and she was going to win all the public votes.
Okay, well that's interesting. I like that sort of side of BBCAN because like the public have a bit of an influence.
Yeah. But I don't see why Neda would put Cass up. Well, what is the point of putting up some idiot newbie in a way? But don't you want to keep the vets together for?
You want to get
longer?
as many newbies out as you can now, so that you've got as many vets as possible in jury. Because if come the final there are more newbies than vets and a newbie in the final, they're going to put the newbie to win.
Why?
I just think vets and newbies are going to stick with one another. It's like a foreign person would never win Big Brother Canada because Canadians are always going to vote for Canadians. Like Tim would never have won it because he's an outsider. Yeah.
No, if he'd played a good enough game, I think he would have.
No, I don't.
No?
I just don't think people want other nationalities to win their own Big Brothers.
But we even let Gary Busey win BBUK, so...
Yeah, but look at who he was in there with.
That's true, good point.
White D. James Jordan.
I'm trying to think who the other person that I didn't actually look who she put up because I thought, I can't ruin the whole week's viewing for myself, you know. Although I might watch a bit more lively later, but I think it was...
I think Cass is a given.
But who else? Who would you put up with? I think it was like Bruno and Kevin or something, or not?
Neda's going to turn on Bruno and Kevin.
I don't know.
I'd hope that it's going to be Dylan again.
But would you waste your HOH on him because he's nothing? He's just like a gorilla.
It's just because I find him disgusting.
I know.
Want to get rid of him.
His shoes. Keep your eye out for his shoes. I want to see what shoes we're talking about. Like,
gold-plated shoes.
Jedward's teddy bear shoes or something.
Wings on him.
Yeah.
He got that much style. He was wearing an entirely orange outfit yesterday, and he was using an orange bottle as well.
Ew. So didn't you have some other matters you wanted to discuss on this podcast?
Oh yeah, my new feature.
Go on. Gaz has come up with a new feature.
Gaz's BBCAN Odysseys.
It's good to have this new blood on the podcast.
Yeah.
So, let's face it, I'm not thinking of anything.
So I thought, it came to my attention that there are a few people listening to our podcast that are Big Brother UK viewers who have never watched BBCAN before.
What? And are they watching it now, or are they just listening to this?
No, they're watching it as well.
I was
not
going
just
to say,
listening to
that'd
this.
be
If they
insane.
are, like, get a life. I mean, it's good in that, but
That's Gaz speaking, not me.
Do what you fucking want. So I thought we could address some of the differences that might be a bit like, what the fuck, if you've never watched this kind of format before.
Okay.
And this kind of version of this format, because it's not even the same as BBUSA.
No, that's true.
It's
inferior to BBUSA.
I like it better.
Yeah, I know.
Now, I've written a load of bullet points, but I think we can just go through a couple of them a week, maybe.
Okay. Well, let's see how interesting they are.
Now, the first one is one thing you will not hear in Big Brother Canada is Big Brother's voice.
Oh,
with some exceptions.
You hear "Stop that"?
You hear, for the UK viewer it might be quite weird, and for Canadian viewers they might be thinking like, well, how do they do it in the UK? Like in the UK, Big Brother is like a person that you can interact with, isn't it? Yeah. And like in the diary room, I think like the way they use Big Brother's voice kind of dictates quite a lot about how the show goes. Okay. Because the diary room in BBCAN is only used to like narrate the show. They always speak in the third person. They're always talking about, and this costume was so like heavy and I couldn't walk or whatever, and they interspice that with a task. But like, what about when they go into the diary room and they go, Dallas is fucking doing my head in? You never ever see that.
I would love to see that.
And are they able to use it like that? Because for us...
They must be able to. They must, because you must have to have an outlet of someone who you can talk to in there. Otherwise you'd go insane, wouldn't you? Yeah,
but it feels like they get told, like, okay, now...
We just don't see those bits.
They obviously get told to come in because now we're doing the voices for the task. So now you have to talk about the task. Yeah. And also, like, after that milk task,
Yeah.
when they were going in the diary room, they were all dry and everything. Like, why were they not, like, covered in milk and gross? Like,
Because they don't want you getting milk on the diary room chair, do they?
They didn't spend any money on it. The brick gave it to them, not like ours, where we designed it specially.
True.
So,
okay,
yeah,
makes sense. It's the same in America. They just narrate the goings on. They don't actually count something in there.
But, like, it means that you don't see much interesting stuff coming out of the diary room. Like, look at, like, when Bear was in the diary room having a rant and Big Brother's trying to calm him down and shit. You don't see that in Big Brother Canada.
I feel like last year you did a bit with Tim and Nikki because they used the diary room in the conventional way. So Tim and Nikki would have her outbursts in the diary room.
Yeah, that's true.
And
when she was crying and she had a leg up to her head. Yeah, that's
true. And Tim would chat with Big Brother like that. But
Big Brother.
Exactly. But the Canadians don't chat with Big Brother like that.
Because they're not bred that way.
No, yeah. It's different.
It must have been interesting for the producers in that case to kind of try and manage Nikki and Tim's expectations of Big Brother.
And to manage them full stop.
But what I've noticed is they do talk about Big Brother as if he is an entity in the house. You hear them go, "Oh, Big Brother," like in a task or whatever, they moan like, "Oh, Big Brother, this is horrible." But it doesn't have the same kind of character like our Big Brother does.
Agree.
So when you're watching the live feed, you might hear them say, "Neda, fix your microphone."
Yeah, but it's just like a robotic.
But it's recorded.
It's just a robotic voice, isn't it?
Yeah. Whereas, what about,
Oh, great take, guys. That's what you get.
Or Nicola come to the diary room immediately.
Yeah.
You don't really get stuff.
No, you don't get them telling them off as such, do you? But
No.
they don't misbehave like we do on ours.
That's what I was thinking. Nobody goes mad. Nobody gets. Is it because this is a more
boring, isn't it?
Yeah.
But on America, they do misbehave a bit more. But I think Canadians are just polite people.
I think it's because this game is so like formulaic that you're going from point A to B, you're going from HOH to veto to nomination ceremony, that there's not really enough time for anyone to go mad.
No.
Like ours is more of a psychological mindfuck, maybe.
No. Also, the people they cast on ours are more insane.
That's true.
Like
these people, they're sometimes a bit generic on BBCAN, aren't they?
Yeah, it's quite safe. Whereas on ours, it's like scummy people, so they're gonna go off. It's true. It is scummy people.
Not all of them.
No, not all of them.
Sometimes they've also like they've broken Big Brother down over the years. Like we know that Pete Bennett, he like applied for years and years and years, and they weren't sure if he was actually sound enough to go in. I suppose because he had Tourette's. I don't know if that's the only reason. But like
probably
he was
a massive drug addict,
and that as well. He was applying from like series 1 and he didn't get until series 7. And I suppose we're quite early in that. Like
in Canada,
in the time frame, like people who applied in series 1, they may be applying series after series, but they haven't given in yet. Big Brother hasn't given in.
I think they're just they're more respectful people, and they respect the game, and they're not going to call Big Brother a cunt like we do.
Yeah,
they're just not going to.
Like even we had Vanessa Feltz telling Big Brother to fuck off back in the first Celebrity Big Brother, and that was a week long. Like that's never happened in this version of Big Brother.
Maybe it's just the English people are just more rude.
Maybe give less fucks.
Yeah,
but we're supposed to be reserved and stiff upper lip, don't we not? Keep calm and carry on.
Interesting. We're not really like
we
that.
We don't,
though,
do we?
That's bullshit. Okay, yeah, that's interesting.
And then another obvious one. Just do one more. Discussion of nominations. Obviously, that's a huge difference between this kind of Big Brother. We are not allowed to talk about our nominations at all. We can't even.
Except for that one series.
Big Brother, where
Benedict was on it.
Were they allowed the whole time?
No, not the whole time, just at the start.
For a week or something. Yeah, I forgot about that. It didn't really work, did it?
No, it was shit. It totally fucked it.
And I think Big Brother 4, we made Ray the head of the house for a week.
Yeah.
And they had that pod in Big Brother 9 where you could go and speak about your nominations, but only 2 people go in at a time.
Okay. If you're in a twosome, you can talk about your nominations.
That's true. Like, there's twins, alright.
It's funny, though, that it's quite a bedrock of the game, and it's the exact opposite in one series to another, like from one show to another.
That's true. Like the fact you can talk about your alliances literally makes this show, and that's pretty much all they've got time for during the show. But
it's totally different because in US and Canada, they vote each other out, and in ours we vote them out. So it's totally opposite kind of a game, isn't it?
That's true.
Like imagine him from BBK. They just did it those style rules. What it would actually be like.
Do you think we could do it?
I don't know.
I don't know if Brits could play this game.
I don't think you need to be a bit smarter to do the strategy and the scheming and that sort of stuff. I mean, they could get us.
You have to be willing to deceive people,
Yeah.
and that's something that we don't handle very well as a society. We've seen that from like the way Nick got like vilified for his name showing in Big Brother 1. That didn't go down well at all, did it?
No.
But that's because it was breaking the rules, maybe.
Yeah.
If it was okay, perhaps
If
we
that
would
was
see it
the
differently.
rule. We can't handle it. We just can't handle
Can't
it. It's
handle the
interesting
truth.
though, isn't it? It's interesting. Why?
But what is also the first BBUSA did use the regular Big Brother format, and it didn't work.
It flopped.
That's interesting as well.
And every time we tried to do it their way, it's flopped as well.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, like, why did they set theirs at that way? Why have we set up ours at that way? Why does it work culturally that way and not this way? Whereas Canada does try and bridge the gap between the two.
Yeah, it does, because you have a slight sort of element of
You have the
audience
fun
participation.
and the quirkiness.
They were discussing on the live feed yesterday whether they think that Canada will have a jury vote. This was Neda and Cindy.
Okay.
And Cindy said no, because that was actually only intended for Series 2. They had a Canada's jury vote.
Oh,
but
why?
then they brought it back last series because of Ramsey wasn't able to take part in jury.
Okay, so that was just a one-off sort of twist thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he'd already gone, so he couldn't still vote. It wouldn't be fair for him to vote, because he could have been watching it at home, sort of thing. Yeah.
So they don't think there will be a Canada's jury vote this year.
No.
But
that's fine, I don't care.
I thought there was since Series 3. Does Series 3 have it? I can't remember.
I fuck knows, mate.
I think they should have it, because I like that sort of audience element of Big Brother Canada, like Neda being picked.
Yeah, well,
it's good.
Do you though? Because I don't know, it does.
Well,
affect
you know
the
that pure game without any sort of.
No, I'm not wanky about it, but I just think people want to watch Neda play, and now she's not really playing, but she is still playing. So yeah.
Well, they chose her to be in that situation,
and she is still playing. So yeah, I don't actually care. I only care about the thing like where Kelsey and Navita went in the house, and then Mitch got fucked off the back of that. That was annoying because Mitch was a good player, so I care about that because
they turned on him because of something they've seen.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
but that's basically what a staple of our Big Brother. So
I know it is.
I thought you'd maybe appreciate it.
And also that speech Mitch did was really good, but it was just a shame to lose him from a twist. We lost him from a twist, basically.
Right.
But
that's what twists do. Like
I know. I like
Austin Armacost. Like he should never have gone.
No,
that was bullshit
that's true.
twist, though. We
That's
complained
true.
to no end about that.
So maybe I think I do like a pure game. But I do. But twists are like, it's like immediate satisfaction, but then the long term game it affects and it's not as good. Like the triple eviction on Big Brother Canada, like on the night you're like ooh, but then after it's like 3 people have gone that were interesting, and it's not as good, you know. So I think twists have their place.
But that was within the house though as well. It's not like the public had a say on that, did they?
I like it. I think there should just be 1 or 2 big twists a season, and that's it.
Yeah, twists.
Yeah, that was every fucking week. It was too much.
I can't remember what they were.
Me either. It's crap.
That was it. Have you got anything else you wanted to discuss?
No, that's pretty much it, I think.
We'll say thanks for listening to Gaz's BBCAN Odysseys.
No, that was good.
I hope you liked that bit.
That was interesting.
There'll be more next week.
No, I think that's interesting, and there's more we can think of to say about that.
There's tons more differences, which people might be going, what the fuck is this all about?
But I think most people who watch BBCAN or who listen to this know the difference.
And by now they'll be picking it up anyway.
Yeah.
But perhaps they want to hear our thoughts.
But it's still interesting to talk about and to get other people's opinion on as well. So I think it's good. So that's it. I hope you found it useful. Obviously you're a bit ahead of us if you're watching live feeds, but hey, we've watched a little bit, so I think that's good.
Yeah, and also I've found this week that Twitter account that I like, which if you're not following the live feeds all the time, like if you've got a job in a life or you're in a different time zone or some shit, what's it called again? Pre-flop jury? No.
Juror.
Jury?
Jesus, this
jury
is
pre-flop? Oh god, it's all...
It's alright, you look it up, I'll do
Where's
some
my
more
phone?
talk.
Fill it.
Oh god, it's going so well. Thanks Laurie for your email. You're the only person who emails these days, no one else does. And who else? Thanks everyone for listening. Thanks for retweeting, really appreciate it. If you do listen, can you retweet it when you see it? Because the more people who listen, the better, you know. And you can do a review if you want. I don't really give a fuck about that. You know, we're still not trying to flog you any, you know,
premium episodes,
t-shirts or anything. Yeah, Patreon.
Maybe we should make some t-shirts. Tweet us if you want a t-shirt.
What sort of t-shirt?
Fruit of the Loom.
I ain't making no t-shirts. Forget it.
Print something out and iron it on for you if you want. I've got that account.
Go on.
at pre-jury-flop. Now,
Yeah.
they tweet constantly videos, which are just short videos, and they put like a little sentence so you know what's going to happen in it. So if you're not
That's
watching
good.
live feed, you just get like a little digest.
That's good.
More than fucking Channel 5 gives us these days, isn't it, on Twitter?
I'm going to check that out. I've already retweeted them a bit, I think. And, follow me on Twitter, light up VM.
Follow me on Twitter.